Addendum to my last video, because it took me, 10 goes at doing it. I've missed out a couple of vital parts that I was going to add. Anyway, what I was going to add is that this engine, the mains are 3.4 thou clearance, the rods are 2.1 thou to 2.25 thou. The rods are a little bit tight, the mains are a little bit loose. They're all within spec, but that's the way I've set it up with the 1 thou under race bearings from Tasmania, the ACL jobbies. Highly recommend. They're an Aussie bearing, so I'm going to back them. It's got a standard pump, no bypass mod, and I've got both pressure relief valves in this engine are standard. So that sort of sets you a baseline for this oil pressure that we're doing. What I didn't also mention was the benefits of the upgrade, apart from better bottom end oil pressure. Foaming in these cam towers, Porsche recognise an issue. So that's what they say. Other people also will say there's windage in the crankshaft. That to me is a big issue, because that's a horsepower thing. These things are a dry sump, so you do not want oil in that sump. Excess oil in the cam towers drain through the tubes. There's 4 tubes in this bottom of this engine, and fill the crankcase with oil. And this oil pump is a scavenge and an oil pressure. The oil pressure one side is set, I'm led to believe, so the only thing that regulates it is those 2 pressure relief valves. And if the crankcase is getting too much oil, the scavenge pump works too hard. So the other benefit is less oil in the crankcase, less windage. It all ends up here on the other side of this, into the quarter panel, into the oil tank. So it's got a nice dry sump, which is what it's supposed to have. The other thing also is what these engines never had. This engine can't have. If you look at it right here, let's just have a look. We'll set this little light up. We'll just go on one side. This line here that feeds the restrictor, it'll tee off, and people fit Carrera oil tensioners to them. Now, the Carrera oil tensioner was fitted because the standard ones failed. You can argue it's a maintenance issue or whatever. This engine can't be fitted with them, but when you do fit a Carrera tensioner, it's a full loss system. So the oil goes in, it doesn't hit a damn wall. So if it doesn't hit a damn wall, the oil doesn't come back and create pressure. It just overflows. It's like cutting your wrists. You're going to lose blood pressure. So there we go. If you fit Carrera tensioners to these early engines, you're going to lose oil pressure to the bottom end. Thus, a good idea to fit the restrictors. Porsche set these up really well. They've got a tensioner. They're both 180 degrees out, but they're both reversed. So these have got 930 big mouth tensioners on it, which aren't the standard ones. I've got a set in stock I can show you. I'll probably do a video one day. So they're a mouth about that big, and it sits like that, and this one sits like that. This one's upside down, or this one's upside down. It's the way they're designed. So as they splash with oil, the oil falls in the top like a funnel. It fills the tensioner up, and it's like a shock absorber. It's like a dampener. And providing it's full of oil, which is when the engine's running, they don't fail. They do fail, obviously, everything wears out. These have been, I've redone both my tensioners, and I don't expect a well-serviced engine to ever fuck up. I don't think it's a big big deal rather. But yeah, so if you run carrier tensioners in an early engine, you are going to lose oil pressure, because it's probably not cutting your wrists completely, but it is cutting your wrists, and you are going to lose pressure. So that's just an update on my last video of the clearances in the bottom end, that reflects oil pressure and the mods I've done to it, and whether it's got the carrier tensioners or not. Anyway, it's getting cold, it's getting late, and have a great night. Bye-bye.